Honda Type R models are special performance editions of their respective model families. The design of Type R models was originally focused on race conditions, with an emphasis on minimizing weight and maximizing performance potential. Thus, Type R models were first conceived for racetracks. However, due to Honda's increased focus on their highly regarded VTEC engines, Type R vehicles were eventually designed for a much wider market. Type R vehicles traditionally have a red Honda badge and championship white paint as an option, as a tribute to their first winning F1 car. Honda's racing and F1 cars often feature a red Honda badge. NSX Type R. Honda produced a very limited number of NSX Type R models from 1992 to 1995 for Japan. Major changes include a more aggressive suspension and an extensive weight reduction to 1230 kg from the normal NSX weight of 1350 kg. The NSX Type R was track-oriented and, to reduce weight, lacked sound deadening, audio, electric windows and air conditioning. The NSX Type R's role was fulfilled by the NSX Type S0 in 1997. A second iteration of the Type R, dubbed NSX-R, was released in 2002, again exclusively in Japan. The NSX-R had a more aggressive rear spoiler and hood vent, featured a roof scoop, along with various refinements to reduce weight to 1270 kg. Under the body, panels and air fences in the front, along with a small rear diffuser, produced balanced downforce. These subtle changes along with its renowned handling kept the NSX-R competitive on the track against considerably higher-powered cars. Integra Type R DC2 Integra Type R equals. In 1995, Honda introduced their first Integra Type R to the Japanese domestic market as a 1996 model. The Type R would have numerous differences versus other Integra models that incrementally added to the overall performance of the vehicle. The engine, transmission, body, suspension, brakes and interior were all revised in comparison to other Integra models. The Type R was equipped with a 1.8-liter DOHC VTEC inline four-cylinder engine. The JDM Type R engine produced 200 picoseconds at 8,000 RPMs. The US Type R would produce 195 horsepower at 8,000 RPMs and 130 pounds-per-foot of torque at 5,700 RPMs. JDM and other international markets came with 11:1 compression ratio while the US Integra Type R had 10.61 compression. There were numerous differences between the Type R engine and the DOHC VTEC engine available in other Integra models, but the increased power was primarily due to the higher compression, larger throttle body, high lift camshafts and high-volume exhaust manifold. The Type R came only with a close ratio 5-speed manual transmission. First gear and the final drive were identical to the GSR transmission, but gears 2 to 5 were spaced much closer. In addition, the Type R came equipped with a helical limited slip differential. In 1998, the JDM Type R and other international markets would receive a revised final drive ratio of 4.785 while the US Type R only had a 4.40 final drive ratio. The focus of the Type R was to minimize weight while enhancing rigidity. The Type R has larger strut tower bars, rear performance rods on the rear frame and numerous body reinforcements. The Type R had revised springs and dampers as well as larger sway bars. The Type R has 5 lug 15x6 aluminum wheels wrapped in Bridgestone Potenza REO 10 195 55ths or 15 tires. Larger rotors and calipers were included and the ABS system was revised as well. The 1998 JDM Type R would receive 16 Euro alloy wheels wrapped in two 15ZR16 tires. Other features such as a moonroof, vanity mirrors, cruise control and a rear wiper were eliminated to save weight. Air conditioning was an option. The interior was revised as well to include a 10,000 RPMs tachometer with an 8,400 readline along with revised sport cloth seats and an aluminum shift knob. US Integra Type R equals. The Type R was introduced as a 1997 model to the US market under the Acura brand with the only option being air conditioning. In the US, The car would only be available in championship white in 1997 and 1998. The Type R was not available for 1999 but returned in 2000 and remained until the end of DC2 production in 2001. Two colors were available for 2000 and 2001, Phoenix Yellow and Flamenco Black Pearl Nighthawk Black Pearl. The 1997 Integra Type R made 25 horsepower more than the Integra GS and was 93 pounds lighter. At the time, the Integra Type R set the record for the most power per litre of a naturally aspirated engine ever produced for the US. This record would later be broken by the Honda S2000 which made 120 horsepower per litre. Production would be limited to 320 units in 1997 and 1,000 units in 1998. 1,350 units were built for the US in 2000 and 1,158 in 2001. A total of 3,823 Integra Type R were produced. DC2 Type R weight comparison equals, the below table lists the curb weights of the Integra Type R by model year. The below table shows the weight gains losses due to the differences in parts between the Integra Type R and the Integra VTEC as listed by Wheels 1994. Using actual Wheels magazine test weight of 1176 kg for VTEC minus 40 kg listed, or DM Type R weight reduction yields approximately 1136 kg curb weight. Honda lost money on every single vehicle sold, even though extra dealer markup sometimes made for excessive dealer profit. Honda produced the DC2 Type R for homologation purposes to meet FIA certification of the motor and the chassis changes to make the car more competitive in N-Series and World Cup racing. The details required hand tooling in early versions and finishing the product through the use of various small fabrication shops in Japan made for increased costs in manufacture that could not be made up in the list price of the vehicles. Honda deemed the car important for the marque's image and important for the racing programs of the era, and the parent company therefore accepted a financial net loss on each vehicle sold. It has been acclaimed by motoring journalists worldwide, including Evo magazine, who named the Type R the greatest front-wheel drive performance car ever, and the AutoChannel.com, who also named it the best handling front-wheel drive car ever. DC5 Integra Type R equals, the DC5 Type R comes standard with a K20A 220 horsepower 2.0-litre DOHC VTEC four-cylinder engine. The I in VTEC stands for Intelligent VTEC, which employs VTC to advance or retard the timing up to 50 degrees. The DC5 comes equipped with Recaro seats, 4-piston Brembo front brakes, a close-ratio 6-speed manual transmission, a limited slip differential, and a stiffer suspension. Accord Type R and Euro R. The Honda Accord Type R was produced from 1998 to 2002 using the CH1 Accord chassis and sold in UK/EU markets. The JDM Accord Euro R uses the CL1 chassis, using a naturally aspirated 2.2-litre four-cylinder DOHC-H22A7 red-top VTEC motor which produces 217 bhp and the EDM produces 210 bhp at 7,200 rpms and 164 lb-ft at 6,700 rpms. The Type R Accord model is differentiated by features such as stiffer suspension and chassis, helical limited slip differential, twin-piston brakes, dual exhaust system, 17-inch alloy wheels, xenon headlights, Recaro seats and a leather-trimmed Momo steering wheel. As an option, there was a distinctive tall and functional rear spoiler wing that most customers opted for. Not so demanded among the crowd presently due to its family four-door configuration, it is the most international awarded basic version of the Type RS, since it was battling with great success in the 2000 European Super Touring Cup season. Its successor is the CL7 Accord Euro R, produced December 2002, a Euro 2008 built in Sayama, Japan for the JDM market. It came with a K20AI VTEC motor displacement, 1998 cc's, compression, 11.51, power, 220 bhp at 8,000 rpms, torque, 152 FTA pound force at 7,000 RPMs and a readline of 8,300 RPMs, same as the 02 Euro 06 Integra Type R. It has the standard Type R modifications including Recaro seats, a limited slip differential and independent double wishbone suspension. Civic Type R. The 1997 EK9 Civic was third to be given the Type R badge. Based on the EK4 chassis, it featured a Type R prepared B16B engine producing 185 picoseconds, stiffer chassis, upgraded sway bars and strut bars, Recaro Alcantara seats, 15-inch alloy wheels and a large boot spoiler. Since then, most generations have offered a Type R variant. The Type R version of the Civic has never been sold outside of Japan until the introduction of the second-generation chassis. July 2015 saw the launch of the brand new Honda Civic Type R to the UK market, manufactured at their Swindon plant. The vehicle offers blistering performance in the form of an all-new, direct-injected turbocharged 2.0-litre VTEC turbo petrol engine boasting more than 276 bhp. This high-performance car can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a staggering 5.7 seconds and has a top speed of 167 miles per hour. References: http www.integratype.org Master Comparison HTM, http www.integratype.org Images Acura 97 A Technical Guide PDF, http www.integratype.org Custom Type R Sales HTM, http www.caranddriver.com 1997 Acura Integra Type R Archive Test Review, http www.honda.com Article ASPX. It equals 823N, http www.honda.com Article ASPX. G equals Acura and it equals 794N, http www.honda.com Article ASPX. G equals Acura and it equals 27N, http www.integratype.org Images Sutton 1997 PDF, http www.integratype.org Image Sutton DC2 2000 SM PDF, Birth of an Icon, Honda Integra Type R. Evo. Acura Integra Type A New Car Review, Acura Integra Type A New Car Prices for Acura Integra Type A TheToCanal.com. http www.coxmotorparts.co Earth History of the Honda Type R Infographics /